Hi everyone, welcome to Divine Sacred Tarot. I'm gonna do a Celtic cross, and this is regarding where you're at. I'm also seeing 444. I'm seeing a lot of ones, twos, sixes. If you're seeing any of these signs, obviously this is a great confirmation for you guys. But I'm also seeing that some of you have had a real powerful gift as a child, and you weren't ever, I feel like some of you had obviously been pushed out of those societal norms, and it probably felt really unusual for you to have to get over that, go through that. Like there was a little bit of difficulty in trying to fit into a group, but you weren't meant to fit in any particular group, if that makes sense. I'm definitely getting that your gifts have been enhanced in the last few years, and you're really coming to accept where you are and what's happening. Obviously, this is very Queen of Pentacles energy. We've got that same card at the bottom of the deck. You know, you've been going through all of these missions, all of these challenges, all of these experiences, and you really are now into this homeostasis type of energy where everything's kind of found this balance, this equilibrium. Doesn't mean that you're content with what you've got. It means you're content, but you're also desiring more things. I'm also seeing that the version of you who wanted the 3D union is also changing. So I'm going to do a part two to this message. I feel like there's two messages in this. So let's first and foremost talk about you as a divine gifted light worker, starseed. You've been gifted this unconventional life, and you're finally able to understand that you weren't ever meant to fit those traditional molds. Like your life probably doesn't look like many others, especially those who you may be in touch with, like old family friends and people that you knew as a child. This isn't for everyone. This is just for those that you can have that comparison, right? Like you have a very small circle around you that you really do resonate with. And I feel like everybody else, you can kind of play the extroverted vibe where you get on with a lot of people, but there's only so much of your energy that you can um assign for that role. Like you are really good with people. People really do like being around you. But then there's a part of you who's like, okay, I've had enough now. I've had enough of like giving my energy away in this scenario, in this connection. So yeah, that is very it's a very particular message for some of you. You're like getting rid of um you're not getting rid of the relationships. You're just understanding which relationships can you tolerate for a certain amount of time, right? So let's have a look at your current situation. Two of Cups. I feel like you are the one of one and you're realizing your person matches that 1000%. So if you've been in this untraditional, unconventional path to lead you to where you are right now, you are now understanding that you as a twin flame is mirroring, is matching your counterpart. Like that's why you have been assigned to one another in this twin flame contract, because you kept drawing one another in. You were kept in separation to evolve the qualities of you that had been shunned and hidden and pushed aside. You've been able to blossom in this separation. You've also been able to find an alignment with you and your person in terms of like having this sense of peace and serenity and unconditional love. I'm definitely feeling that there is a second message regarding union in the 3D. I feel like none of you really expect a union in the 3D, but you're really aligned with you and your higher self, with you and their higher self. So what is the challenge here? The Page of Cups. I'm like, yeah, seeing this in the 3D. I feel like the challenge for you is acknowledging that the fantasy, the dream state can actually manifest into this reality. Like, neither of you fit in the traditional molds, and you're so similar in that regard. You are realizing how incredibly powerful and unique and sovereign you are, but you also know that about your person. I think that some of you already knew that right from the beginning, and you might have incidentally put them on a pedestal, but you've had to take them off as a consequence, right? Either you were being disappointed by them, or you put too many expectations on them and they couldn't meet that. And like that disappointed you. That's the type of energy I'm getting. What's to the root of this? The temperance. Honestly, having temperance on the root of this Celtic cross is so beautiful because it's showing up because you are your own Two of Cups. You are your own knight in shining armor. You are the king and queen. You are that equilibrium, the yin and yang. And you've worked really hard to establish that for yourself. And this isn't coming from an ego state. This is coming from a very humble, having the sense of humility that you know that you're not perfect, but actually you probably are. If you're listening to this message, like there are probably certain things that you can work on, don't get me wrong, but I'm feeling that you have truly coming to this wholeness of the yin and yang, divine masculine and feminine within. That's probably why you're feeling a lot of union energies. You're probably seeing engagements and people coming together. What is happening in the past energy? The Emperor. Yeah, this is so big because you thought your person was already the bee's knees. You knew how incredible they were, and they couldn't see that. They also knew how incredible you were, but you couldn't see that. Oh my gosh, these messages are fire. Honestly, I think you both put each other on pedestals, but you never really admitted it to one another. Like you probably psyched each other out. I mean, you psyched yourselves out because you thought of each other as the Empress and Emperor. And you never saw that. Like, you never saw how shining, bright, and beautiful you are. And you needed to take this time into separation to understand your true worth. Your person was mirror matching that. Like, they thought you were extraordinary. And you were like, nah, no, you're extraordinary. What would you do with a person like me? That is the energy that was happening in the past, was the strength. And okay, the strength is the Eight of Pentacles, which is amazing because this is something that you've truly worked on. You've worked on your wounds, you've worked on your past, you've even tapped into your ancestral lineage, and you've understood what it means to be a better version of yourself. You're constantly curious on ways to be better, like do better. I think that sometimes slowing down ends up becoming a little bit gritty for you because you're constantly wanting to improve and do the best. Like that's the type of energy that I'm getting. Okay, so what's happening in the future energy? The Three of Cups, right? You not only are finding your own energetic frequency to align in, but you are also finding friendships that are aligning for you. I'm also seeing, oh, excuse me, a lot of fear, Seven Sisters. I'm seeing a cohort of your ancestral lineage also helping you to navigate this path, to align with the higher source energy of where you need to be. Like you are very purposeful now in life. I think you already have been purposeful. You are very action orientated, coming from a divine masculine energy, but now you figured out your divine feminine creativity, nurturing, loving. You've been able to balance both of them, as we've noticed with the temperance card in the root energy. You've been working hard, Eight of Pentacles, to establish a balanced route between your both divine masculine and feminine. So you're not only using your intuition, which you've actually enabled yourself to grow, to actually have this gift and power to understand where you need to follow your intuition, what actions you need to take intentionally, and how you can actually manifest these things. And it doesn't mean that you can't manifest everything. It's just you're very careful about where your energy goes. And that is actually drawing you towards a tribe of individuals that are going to come further on your mission, on your purpose. Now, I'm also seeing that your energy is very much making a decision, but taking your time. Like, I feel like in the past, you probably rushed into a lot of things, and it's almost like, look, if I take all of these 10 things, at least three of them will work out, right? It was a probability of it working out if you took on a lot of roles. But now you're very particular about where your energy goes. And those particular things, you may have like six things in front of you, but you're paying a lot of attention to those particular things. And they're actually um golden. They're actually infused with your energy, and they're actually soaring a lot higher, further than you actually realize. But what I'm seeing around you, I'm seeing the strength card, the seven of swords, the justice. There have been karmic coming back around, people who may have wronged you or like stepped over you, on you, done wrong to you, are actually getting their penance or getting their payback from divine justice. Like, I think that some of you even feel that your person will probably everybody sees this. Everybody sees how special you are. And there were certain people who just impacted your energy so negatively. And now you're understanding that you weren't meant to hold those energies, that you were always protected by your angels, guides, ancestors, spirit team. And your person was also protecting you in the spiritual realm. A lot of divine feminines, we say, protect their divine masculines in the spiritual realm. I feel like your person's higher self was protecting you, and you were protecting their 3D self. It's happening in this equilibrium, in this balanced state. So, what is happening around the shadow energy, the 13 cards, the death and rebirth, and the fool? This shadow is really helping you transform your whole aura. Like, I feel that when we've had this death and rebirth as a shadow element, you are truly understanding how special these experiences, these challenges have become for you. Like, if you were asked a few years ago, would you do it all again? A lot of you would say no because of the difficulties. But where you are right now and actually appreciating what you've become, how you've evolved, you are certain that you would take this leap because you know you are in a happier, much more content place than you have ever been before. So, what is the outcome of these? Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? The Empress is at the bottom of the deck, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands. Are you kidding me? I've never had these cards come out the way they have, because that is your freaking outcome. You are the one. You are the one of one. Your person is the one of one, and you match each other 1000%. The energy, the passion, oh my gosh, everything between the both of you is so fire. They represent the lion. You represent the lioness. I split the deck, the sun and the hanged man, because you had no expectations to this. You are so beautiful, shining your light. I see a black cat here. I see you manifesting and being in awe of all of the things that you are capable of doing, like shining your light, singing the song of your ancestors and your inner being. And this passion, this creativity is actually attracting your counterpart. And the Six of Cups wanted to be thrown out. So this is a person this is your counterpart. And they have this fire, this passion, this love for you that you keep appearing in their sights. and they can't help but keep falling in love with you over and over again. I'm going to do a part two to this. So let's get into that.